This was our place. And it will be again. But we always have to share. You are rainy, you are talented, and will learn quickly as the chosen do. The conditions are right again. We have a chance. Let our journey begin.
At least they're off our watch.
Do you males ever take any responsibility other than marking your own territory?
I marked you with twins just last year.
We'll take them from here. They're in our direction now.
They'll visit us next.
Mama likes to get ready for important company.
It'll be dawn soon. You know what plants to get.
What do you think?
So, what would you like to do first?
I'd kind of like to know where I am and what we're doing. I know I'm here for a reason. I'm just not quite sure what it is.
We took the trail to the underground. You are in the land below right now. Our people believe that there are 7 cardinal directions: north, south, east, west, above, at, and below. The world above is ruled by the eagle. The world at or ground level is ruled by the deer. And the world below the surface is ruled by the snake.
Hello, ladies. Brought y'all something to eat. My name's Cletus, and this is our friend John.
Here, have some sweet corn cakes made from our special recipe.
Cletus and John will join us on our journey. They will provide the views of our friends, the African Americans and Caucasians, when we need them. Yonegs, our word for the white men, only believe in the 4 directions of the outworld. They refuse to acknowledge both the above and below worlds that are primarily spirit worlds and make no sense to them. Please remember this when dealing with the Yonegs. It is a most important first lesson. As with any race of people, there are good individuals and there are bad individuals. Through your heritage, you have been given the gift to discern between who is good and who is bad. That is why you are the chosen one. Native women have this gift, and you should trust your instincts when dealing with someone. Beware the Yonegs, who are masters at taking something they like, changing, converting, or butchering it to fit their needs and desires.
No, no, no!
They have no problem slaughtering and taking advantage of the young and helpless to feed their desires and needs. Away! You will learn many lessons about this as we journey through your preparations. Many of the things they tell you will be lies or misunderstandings. Other things they tell you will be true from a good heart and will help you. Trust your instincts given to you by the Creator, and beware the foam. We'll get to the foam later, but right now, you need to know where you came from and what you need to do.
I know once upon a time I never left us alive. I'm not gonna be.
The Yonegs will tell you we came to this place called America from the north. When the Bering Strait froze over, we walked across and entered North America. Our cousins, who didn't mind the cold, stayed to the north and became known as Eskimos. Those of us who didn't like the cold continued south until the weather was bearable and we could sustain ourselves. We settled in what is now known as the lower 48 states and lived there happily for some time, or so they say.
That's exactly the story we learned in school. They have evidence and everything to support what they say.
I know this. But your ancestors tell that we came from many directions. You must remember, not everything you hear is true. Some things are based on ideas that are incomplete or just dead wrong. Your ancestors tell us that some of us came from the north, like the snow. Some of us came from the sky, like the locusts. Some of us came from the ground, like the ants. And some of us came from the water, like the minnows. There are even stories that a star woman fell to the earth and children appeared from her body when she broke open. That is why there are so many different tribes with different characteristics today. We scattered in all directions when we hit the fertile grounds of North America. Some of us followed the buffalo. Some of us followed the deer. Some of us stayed by the water and fished. And some of us listened to the ground and went where it told us to go. My family said that we came from a land surrounded by undrinkable water. It was warm there, and our skin became darker over time to handle the effects of the sun. Our skin was exposed to the sun most of the time. Life was good here. There was plenty to eat. We were very good at fishing, and we even invented the gig. There were no wars, as the undrinkable waters protected us from our enemies. The 7 original clans lived in harmony. Each of us knew our job and contributed for the good of all. Then one day, the earth began to shake and tremble. Eventually, it broke open and began to sink into the undrinkable water. We sent out 7 canoes full of young people to save our existence. As the canoes left the island, it sank completely into the undrinkable water. Some Yonegs call this the lost city of Atlantis, but it does not matter. It was brought to an end by the Creator, like the land of the giant turtles so many years ago. The Creator had a greater job for us to complete, and He forced us to move. It was not meant for us to live in seclusion any longer. It was our destiny to search and find a different place. Our canoes encountered a new land, and we traveled north for some time until the rain turned white. We now call this snow. At that point, the ground told us to turn right and continue with our journey. We would return to this place later, but now was not the time to stay. We continued right or east and crossed the big water. It was a mighty river, over a mile wide in Yoneg terms. It took great effort to cross the big water, but we made it and continued with our journey. After long travel, we encountered some mound builders and settled in with them in what is now known as the Southeastern United States.